Hello everybody and welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens, and I'm Car Boot Chris. Most of you know that already. I'm on my own today because Belle's not feeling so well. She's actually just got back in bed now. Yeah, she's just feeling a bit under the weather. Sometimes she overdoes it a little bit, and then she pays for it later. So hopefully she'll feel a bit better tomorrow. She's working from home tomorrow, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. So you just stuck with me, really. But luckily, it is free-for-all week. So if any of you guys want to come on in a little while, then, have a think about it. If you want to join me for an hour or so, or even just 10 minutes or whatever, you can do, and we can chat about stuff. I say this like it's something unusual. I've got zero agenda for tonight. Other than one, actually, I've got one thing to discuss before we go free for all. And we'll get to that in a minute. So let's see who we've got in. We've got, according to my calculations, it says there's 41 people there. I don't even know if that's right. But Leanne is in. Hi, Leanne. We also have Al. Al's in. I've not seen Al for a little while in our live, so welcome back. The Dave's here. We've got Carl. We've got Dave Repairs. Hi, Dave. Hope you're all right. Steve Jackson. Queenie Conquest. Hi, Queenie. Or Elaine. Damien's here. We've also got the Goat Jazz Gary. Soul Steps. Hello. Is it? Well, is it? Is it coming home? Come on. Wednesday night, a big semi on Wednesday night, everybody. We need some sound effects for that bit. Oliver Ian's here. Hi, Joanne. Oh yeah, it is Al. Yes, it seems a good while since I've watched properly live from the start. Oh, don't worry, you're welcome anytime, of course. Tori's here. The Monkey Thrifter, Peter. It's just me at the minute, but you'll just have to make do, unfortunately. Rebecca Turner. Hi, Rebecca. Left-handed. We've got Ali. Hi, Ali. Oh, Ali is on Thursday night on Movie Chats. If you want to tune in, Ali is going to be our first contestant on Movie Chats Mastermind. Her specialist subject being Jaws and Jaws 2. So she is going to get some seriously difficult questions on Thursday night. If you want to join in, we're starting a new league table for Movie Chats Mastermind. We're going to have different guests coming on with specialist subjects. So be sure to tune into that. Richard Payne. Hi, Richard. Yeah, she's not feeling so good, Tori, unfortunately. Oops, I've just pressed the wrong button. Blast. Damn you. StreamYard. I've lost it. Where's Belle? when I need her. Oh, balls. Oh, there we go. There we go. Monkey Thrifter, Ali. There we go. Hi, John at YLM. Tonks Boutique. Jason. Hi, Jason. We've got, who else? We've got Sean Mix Shop. Brummy Time Lord. Knight's Life Richard. We've got Claire Bonetta. Hi, Claire. Is that a new name? I'm not sure. If it is, welcome anyway. Welcome to the show. Stay in the chat and, feel free to comment whenever you like. Chris Tyler is in. Hi, Chris. We've got Ketan. Rebecca says she's just started volunteering at the Red Cross shop in Salisbury. Found over 500 quid in retail. Wow, that's great. Well done. Anyway, well done for volunteering. Doing your bit for the community and charity and all that. Hi, Lana. James Tonks. Hi, Aaron. Who else have we got in? Let's see if we can get to the bottom. We're on 60-something people. Okay. Charmaine Schultz from the Chicago area. Glad to be able to watch live. Oh, welcome. Welcome from across the pond. Chicago. Is that right? Is that the right accent for Chicago? Chicago. Hey, everybody. That's poor. I know it's just terrible. Oh, balls. It's gone again. So is tonight getting hammered with Homie Hayden. No, don't know about getting hammered. I'm on beer, but it's root beer. I know how to live. It's a school night. Carl Phillips. Hi. Did I say? I'm not sure if I said hello to Carl, but hello twice. Oh wow. Ray the Disabled Picker. Hello from sunny Great Yarmouth. Having another 5-day break. Oh, lucky you. Just take 5 days off. Why not? Buy, sell, trade, repeat is here. Hello. Kevin. Also Kevin. Buy, sell's got an interesting thing that would make a good discussion. Well, feel free, put it in the chat. Let's have a look. It's hanging off me, this. I mean, look at it. It's hanging off me. Bills and Moon. It's a good name, that, isn't it? Good name. I think I've hit everybody. Philip Lee is here as well. Welcome. Oh, and Fletch 1. Hello from Accrington. Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Is that the same Accrington? Is it Accrington Stanley? Is it the same place? I don't know. I'm sure you've not heard that before. Anyway, Brum Resellers here. Hi, John. Welcome. Such a good little picture you've got there. Where you've put sellotape all around your head. That's a cracker. It's a big improvement, mate. Put the tape round your face. Big improvement. Lost weight. Yeah, I've lost 2 stone now. 2 stone. Exactly 2 stone from Friday. Woohoo! I feel a lot better for it. I wasn't massively overweight. I was like 13 stone 4. But I was going. I was just eating. I could get through like a pick and mix like this size in one night. It's not good. So I feel better for it. So I just need to stick now. I'm at 11 stone 4, down from 13 stone 4. I'm going to stick now. I'm going to just hover around this mark and I'll be more than happy. Rocco Balboa. What a good name. I really love your videos. Woohoo. Great work. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind. Really appreciate it. It means a lot when people, make a comment like that, because you know, it makes it all worthwhile. But a great name. Let me know how you've, I mean, obviously it's from Rocky, but any particular reason behind your username? I like hearing people's reasons why they choose these names. Oh, balls again. Here we go. It's a question, point of discussion or whatever. Seen a number of YouTubers promoting a paid retail arbitrage Discord group. Getting people to pay for it seems a bit scummy to me, so I unsubscribed. Your thoughts? I've seen these groups before, and I subscribed to one once for 1 month. You know, I don't know how much it was, but I subscribed once quite some time ago, way into last year, when there was kind of a lot of retail arbitrage going on because of lockdowns and stuff. So I subscribed, and I just did 1 month as a tester to see what kind of stuff was coming up. But it's not for me. It's not really for me. At the end of the day, I just feel like the paid ones, it's like, well, if these deals are so good, just go out and buy the stuff yourself and make the money on it. And I know they probably make more money, and it's a lot easier by taking £10 a month or whatever off people, £20 a month, and then letting people share stuff and, you know, sharing retail arbitrage fines and whatnot. And these shoe drops, that's a lot of that, isn't there? Like trainer drops when they come out. But I didn't find it really work for me. I picked up a few bits, but nothing was banging. And, you know, retail arbitrage is okay mixed in with all your other stuff, your boot sale stuff. But I find it hard work on its own because the profit margins are not there at all. It's like, and a lot of people do it for Amazon, and it's like they might pay £50 for something that's going to sell for 100, but by the time you take your fees off it, there's not much left on the bone. So for me, I'm not really into it. So there you go. That's my opinion. I'm sure the chat will give you theirs. We've also got Sam. Hi, Sam. Good evening. Stu Mandry's here. Hi, Stu. James Tonk's never joined one. I won't join one again, to be honest. It's just not for me. Unsubscribe. Why are you unsubscribing, David? Geraldine says, hi, Chris. Bought a new passport cover at a boot sale and found $200. Wow. $200 inside. That's awesome. Nice one. That's a cracking find. Well done. I assume you took it back and said, oh, you've left $200 inside. A lot of copy and pasters selling courses. Yeah, there was a lot of that kind of stuff. Not as much as there used to be, I don't think, with the courses, like reselling courses. We did get a few. And to be honest with you, some things I don't mind. I mean, I remember KFC doing one, you know, KLC reselling, Louise. She pulled together like a guide for different kinds of dresses and different kinds of T-shirts and what are the names for different things. And I think something like that, she put a lot of time and effort into it. And it was quite a quick guide for a very small amount of money, you know, just a couple of quid or something. And I thought that things like that are quite good. And, you know, it's supporting a fellow reseller. I like that. But, you know, it's, you know, lots of people sell lots of courses. And at the end of the day, it depends what they're selling, how much it is, and what value you get for it. I'm not against courses by any stretch of the imagination. I've done quite a few courses, some paid and some not. I'm certainly not against it. And if it supports other resellers, I'm even more happy. If it's a stranger trying to say that you can make $1 million on Amazon in a month, then forget it. I'm not interested in that. But if it's a reseller pulling something together that's useful, then I might well be interested. Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Oh, here we go. Here's Rocky. My name is based on love of the Rocky films, obviously. I'm doing boxing myself in the past. My girlfriend Sue is a fan and a reseller, and she'd really like a mention, please. There you go. You've had a mention, Sue. All right. It's not really anything major to get a mention from me, to be honest with you. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can get one. But if it makes her happy, I've done it. Let me just see. Matt is here. Matt Donnelly. Long time, first time. Long time, first time. Love the show. Watching. Oh, another one from the States, Boston, USA. I can't do a Boston accent because I don't know what it is. So welcome, though. I appreciate you coming along. Chris has a course in. You know what? Night's Life, there's no way I could do a course. No way. The best thing you get from me for a course is 60-second tips, right? And they're free for you. So go and watch those. 60-second tips. I think there's about 12 mini courses for you there. How about that? Go and watch those. Tori, you get a bloody mention every single show. Everyone gets a mention at the start of the show. That's what we do religiously. We give everybody who's early doors a mention. So we can just move on from that point, you know. I noticed Brum Reseller's still here after I insulted him, so I hope he's all right with that. How did the weekends go? I've had trouble with auctions at the weekend, James. As you may well know, I've not been able to. I've had a few ending. I've done all right over the weekend. Not as busy as last weekend, but I've had trouble. I've not been able to list any auctions, even though my allowance reset to 300. I've been onto eBay about it. They've been investigating it. I think it's fixed now, but basically they were charging me 18p every time I was trying to set up an auction, and I'd already had a load of credits from them previous, and I didn't want to have a load of stuff on my account, so I've been waiting for them to fix it. I think it's fixed now. In fact, I can just have a quick look now because I had some scheduled for this evening, and let me see if they've come out of my allowance. Oh balls, they haven't. They've not come out of my allowance, so I'm guessing it's probably not fixed. I'm going to have a load of fees now to try and claim back. But yeah, it went okay. I'm going to persevere with the old auctions. I think they're doing all right. I have a thick skin. Ah, that's good. Loving the hairdo, by the way, the skinhead. I'm waiting to see what the next hair change is going to be. You'll have to start using wigs more, I think. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's really annoying. When I set these up, I set up 36 auctions for tonight to start. When I set them up, it said free. So I assumed it was coming out of my allowance, but my allowance is still stuck on 300. Oh, it's winding me up now. Where's the shout out for winning Movie Chats quiz? Well, to be fair, I couldn't win it. I'm the host. So you or Little Steve had to win it. And, you know, Little Steve was only marginally better than me. So well done to Big Steve. I think there's a lot of issues with the auctions, Lana. It seems to be. I've been onto eBay since Thursday trying to sort it out, and it looks like it's still not resolved. Oh, Tori had a nightmare getting back. There's also another issue with eBay. I've forgotten. It's such a big issue. I've forgotten now what it is. I'll get back to you in a minute when I've remembered. I was on for ages this morning. Let me just check my email, because this is what I mean. My memory is so bad. This is why I can't win quizzes. I can't even remember what I did this morning, let alone what I watched 20 years ago. Customer service transcript. Oh, coupon codes. That's it. How did I not remember that? You know how you can set up coupon codes now? Well, I've got a repeat customer coupon code. So I send out a card with a coupon code on it to everyone who buys something from my eBay store. And I had a message over the weekend saying that someone couldn't use the coupon code. So I tested it. Belle tested it, and Olive Ryan tested it as well for me, and it doesn't work. So the coupon codes are not working at the moment, or it's not working for me. I'd be interested to know if any of you guys use coupon codes. And if you do, have you made sure it works by testing it with somebody? Because mine, I've been issuing out coupon codes for ages, and much, to my disbelief, they've not even freaking been working. I could have had people wanting to repeat buy every day for the last 2 months, and they haven't been working. So there's a few glitches going on with eBay at the minute. I'll let him win, whatever. I did a couple more tests on the pay-per-click. It's not, for me, it's not worth it. For my kind of store, the kind of stuff that I sell, the bits and bobs and lots of different categories and different things, it wasn't working. I wasn't getting the sales from it. I spent about £3 or £4 testing it out, so nothing ventured, nothing gained. It was worth a try, but I don't think I'm going to bother with it. Absolutely fine, James. They were absolutely fine, because it was the boss lady, and she said to me, "Oh, we have somebody every now and again who comes in with like 100 parcels." So she weren't bothered that I had that many. It's just Grumpy Git, the grumpy old man that works in there. He actually, when I come in with a load of parcels, he has to do some work, and he doesn't like it. Correct. Yeah, thank you. Jeremy Kyle's here. Oh God, we're going to get some drama tonight, aren't we? I think I say that every time. Flipping L, hello. Yes, that's what I was talking about, the coupon codes, Tori. Yeah. The one that I've been issuing out has not been working, apparently. Reseller Dens, hi. Being absent and busy, now I'm ready to make a mark on full-time resale. Oh, good luck. Yeah, I've seen your shed building on Instagram. Looks amazing. Well done. Looks fantastic. Great job on the shed, or it's not really a shed either, is it? It's an outbuilding. It's like a summer house or an office garden. That's probably a good way to put it, isn't it? It's a garden office or office garden, whatever. Garden office. Garden office. That's what it is. So it looks amazing. Well done. I don't think my buy it now is working. Brum Reseller says, anyone gone for the 20% discount where eBay? Yes, I have, John. I've signed up for it. I'll do that. I'll do 10% and anytime. Yeah, definitely. Monkey Thrifter says, question: when doing promoted listings, do you go recommend percent or set or a set? I switch between the two, Peter. Sometimes I'll do a set amount, and sometimes I'll do recommended. But when I do recommended, I always do it no more than a certain amount. So maybe I'll choose 3, 4, 5, 6%, but I'll cap it at that. There's a checkbox where you can cap it. So I always choose that, because some of the recommended amounts are 13, 14, 15%. And it's like, I've even seen some for 20%. And I don't want to go that high with the promoted. So I always cap it at a level if I'm going to do that option. Either that, or I'll just choose a standard option. Hi, Colin. You okay? And Alistair, good evening. A garden office, yeah. Unwatching the items by pressing the heart isn't working. Oh, bloody hell, what is going on? A few things wrong at the minute. Girlfriend focuses on ladies' clothes. I'd like to get into it. What, into ladies' clothes? Well, you know what? I don't judge anyone, Rocco. I really don't. Whatever you fancy, it's absolutely fine. You know, you want to wear a miniskirt on a Friday night or put some tights on. I mean, talking about tights, I've got plenty of tights left from the lot that I bought a while back. You know, if you want some of them, hit me up on Insta. I'll get you some in the post. Is there anyone, sorry, is there anyone or a group of products that you'd, it's very difficult. I always say with reselling, and a lot of people will say this, is start with the stuff that you're interested in, especially if you're part-time, because your time's precious when you're part-time, because you do 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, whatever. I would always start with stuff that interests you. Like when we first started, I used to do things like movie figures, movie toys and stuff like that, because it was what I was into, and it made it more interesting when I was listing and selling stuff and buying stuff. If it was something that I had an interest in, it becomes less of a job then, you know, like, because if you're working full time, you don't really want to be working again for another 20 hours a week doing reselling if you can help it. So I would say do something that interests you. Oh, what's this there, Richard? I'm auctioning my ginger clown hand. Right. I need to remember to try and tune in this week, Richard, if you're auctioning stuff. Hi, Laura. Yeah. I use the new automate. I do. I use the same thing. Also, then when you list new items, they get put automatically into your promotion, which they didn't do before. So that's a good one to use, the new automated one. Very true, James. It was pure comedy value. That's all. Monumental, yeah. Hey, how's this being turned round onto me? Bloody Rocco was talking about it, not me. New Walking Dead soon. I can't wait, Colin. It's the last season. Can't wait. And then, of course, we've got some long film versions coming out with Rick, so that'll be good. I know what you meant. Don't worry. I'd say so. Reseller dens, yeah. You need to change to a business. That's my suggestion. You should, if you're reselling to make profit, you should be a business on eBay anyway. So. Okay, right. What I was going to talk about before I open up the floor to anyone who wants to come on is targets. Now, back in the day when I had a real job, obviously a lot of us, when we're in real jobs, have targets set for us, right? Or maybe we set them ourselves, I don't know, but we have targets. We're in a target-driven culture world, whatever, aren't we? Out there in the real working world. Now, I've never really set myself targets as a reseller, as a self-employed reseller, other than I need to make enough bloody money to pay the bills, right? So fairly recently, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, around the time when I sort of went through a bit of a change in mentality, after speaking to Damien. And I started doing auctions, and I changed a little bit of the way that I was working, and I decided to set myself targets. And the target thing, I think, was inspired a bit by two Aussie thrifters, because they set themselves targets. They have a board with targets, and I'm not going as far as having a board, but there's a number of ways we can set targets. We can have listing targets, cross-listing targets, you know, set maybe even sales targets. And my target at the moment, and you might think to yourself, how do you set a target for that? Well, I'll tell you what I do, and then you tell me. It's going to be an exchange of information. You tell me if you set yourself targets and how you do it and what they are. So my main target at the moment is not listing, right? And it's not auctions. My main target is to have £100 selling day on eBay every day. Now, you might say to yourself, that's impossible. It's an impossible target. Not because you can't achieve £100. It is because you can't, you know, there's not a lot that you can do to hit your target. Well, actually, there is stuff that you can do to hit your target. And I'm currently sitting on a 17-day streak since I started this target culture for myself. A 17-day streak of £100 plus days on eBay. Now, I'm only talking about eBay because I also do make sales occasionally on Depop, Facebook, and privately through Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. So I'm not talking about all the other platforms. What I'm talking about is specifically eBay, because that's my main platform. I set myself a target of a minimum £100 day. And so far, up to today, I have hit my target every single day, 17 days on the trot. Now, here's how I'm managing to hit it. And sometimes you've got to give a little to get those sales in, right? And also, by hitting your sales target, it seems to snowball your sales as well, because eBay are seeing that you're making regular sales. eBay are maybe seeing that you're a seller who wants to sell. So and this is bullshit probably, it's all theory, but let's put his products in front of more eyes because he's more likely to make a deal with someone, right? So I try and hit my £100 target, sending good offers to people. So sending best offers out. But I've found for a long time it's pointless for me sending out a 5% off offer to somebody. You're wasting your offer. You're wasting your best offer. That's my opinion on it, right? I think I find that to get those people, those buyers to accept your offers, you've got to be doing 15, 20, 25% off, right? And that's where, like, if the day's going a bit slow, like today it's a bit slow, I'll need to check in a minute because I really want to hit my target again today. That'll be 18 days. If it's a bit slow, I'll see what offers I can send out, and I'll be aggressive on the offers. So yeah, doing that. And when people send you an offer, not being so picky. And somebody who taught me that, Georgina taught me. She was doing some great numbers recently, some fantastic numbers, right? More than what I was doing. And it's not a competition or anything, but I was looking at her numbers thinking, you're doing amazingly well. So I had a chat with her, and she's very, very open to offers. So if she had some, well, let's not talk about Georgina because I don't want to talk about her. She's probably not here. She may be watching, I don't know. But say if somebody sends me an offer of a certain amount off, instead of dismissing it out of hand, I'll seriously think about it. And I'll think about how long have I had the item, what profit margin's in it, what did it cost me in the first place, Even things like, is it a big item to store? Can I get it out of the door and get a shot of it and free up space? So I'm being more receptive, more aggressive with offers, and I'm constantly altering my prices on items. I've actually stopped since I said to you last week. I'm going to get to the chat in a second. Since I said to you last week that there's a theory going around that you shouldn't end your items and sell similar. You should just optimize and change your prices and keep the original listing. I've carried on doing that. I've not ended any items. I've not ended any items. I've been optimizing. So I've been changing the price predominantly. So that's something else that I've changed recently. So, and I'm being quite aggressive in changing the price. If I've had something up at £50 for 3 months and it's not moved, I've still got it for sale, I am reducing it considerably. So I might knock it down to 35. So I'll knock 15 quid off it. It all depends. You've got to try and remember what you paid for items. So this is what I'm doing. I am being very, very aggressive. Might be the wrong word, but I'm being more receptive and more aggressive in my offers and accepting and sending and changing prices. And that is the way that you can try and hit a sales target on eBay. There you go. So I've hit 17 days on the trot of £100 plus days, which is decent. And that doesn't mean it's just gone over 100. I've had 3 or 4 days where I've nearly hit 400 quid. So auctions are helping with that as well. There you go. That's my target. Let me know if you think it's a load of crap or not. And I'm going to go right back and I'm going to try and catch up on some of your chat. All I've just seen there, I've gone back and I've just seen Chris is a transvestite. Thanks for that. Chris trying to connect with the normal folk. I don't know what that means, Oliver, and I've probably missed it. I wonder where this is going. Stick a target on his forehead, thanks. My main target is to get up after alarm. Get up in the morning. There's 2 of you both with the same target. Three of you with similar targets. Here we go. Reseller Den. Oh, sorry, I've missed a couple of comments, but Reseller Den says I will be setting targets £750 profit a month at 50% profit. So roughly £1,500 profit a month of sales. Along with my bookkeeping income, it will keep me. Yeah, fair enough. If you found a number that you need to hit every month, that's fair enough. Laura says I set targets every night before I go to sleep. A list of jobs I want to do the next day. Yeah. I always include listing one thing I've been putting off. That's a good one. Yeah. I always put stuff off. Peter Cummings, the Vinegar Jar, does he delves very deep into he goes more into analytics than what I do, and he's quite regimented in the way he reduces items. I'm nowhere near as regimented as that, but I understand why he does it. Targets make you depressed if you fail to hit them. I just do as much as I can each day. Fair enough, James. It's whatever works. I've never been a target person. I always hate targets. But when I changed up a few weeks ago the way I work, I decided I was going to change quite a few things because things weren't going the way I wanted them to go on eBay. So, and I think I'm starting to reap the benefits of it. I sent Georgina an offer. I think I'm blocked. You're terrible, Dave. Flipping hell, best offers don't work for me the majority of the time. I've tried auctions to see if it drives traffic to the shop. I do think that does work, actually. Auctions, I found it does drive, but it can all be a coincidence. Let's see. Oh, let's see what else you guys are saying after my little rant. You know what I'm like? Once I get on one, I have to get it all out, otherwise I forget. Blimey, Brum Reseller's got 1,090 offers to send at the minute. Wow, get them sent out. You could make a good video on that, John. You know, I sent 1,000 offers out. How many people bought? How much did I sent £1,000 offered out? I can't fucking speak now. I sent 1,000 offers out. How much money did I make? There you go. I can barely even speak. Proactive. Yes, that's the word. Not aggressive, proactive. I could do, John, but I'm way too far down the line for that now. Tori says sending offers. I'm going to get some people on in a minute. Sending offers. I always do them in the morning and a blanket send out 20% off and send a message saying if you decided to check out. Yeah. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I sometimes do blanket offers and sometimes I'll put a message with a little bit of urgency in it. So, you know, I can get this in the post today if you accept. Yeah, it's a good way to work. Al says it's best to have mini targets that add up to a main one. I like to do this every day. Yeah, fair enough. Whatever, everyone's different. Everyone's different. That's all I'm saying. I don't have set targets, but some days I'm more dedicated. Yeah, fair enough. I have that £100 eBay target every day. There's not masses that you can do to sort of affect it, but if I'm finding a slow day, I definitely changed my tactics on best offers and stuff like that and receiving offers. Because when you hit that 100 on a regular basis, minimum 100, I definitely feel like things move more on eBay. You know what I mean? And it's very hard to explain. John says best courier and carrier thoughts. Fed up of I didn't get it buyers. You know what, John? There isn't. I don't. My personal opinion is that they're all roughly the same. I would always try and use a tracked service, which is why I prefer to use Hermes than Royal Mail. Yes, people have trouble with Hermes, but also people have trouble with Royal Mail. But Hermes service for slightly less price than Royal Mail is tracked. And for me, that makes a big difference. Laura, my partner buys football shirts. He's lucky if he gets one a week and doesn't go out of the box to try other things, so we make nothing. Everyone picks up football shirts. That's the thing. Whenever resellers see football shirts, they pick them up. And so it's hard to find them. I have no targets. I'm lazy, but my business is doing really well. Well, the thing is, if your business is doing well, don't change it too much. That's what I would say. I wasn't doing so well. So I wasn't doing badly. I was still paying all my bills. I was still getting enough money in. But I dropped considerably and I was kind of stuck at a level. And I feel like I've broken through that wall. So I'm going to just carry on the way I am. You know, if it's working, you carry on, don't you? Yeah, if you can pick up some of the old England shirts, great. Even the newer ones, any England shirts, worth picking up for the right price. Kathy says, John, we had done well with Hermes for ages, but then the last fortnight, Too many lost or damaged items, cheaper and tracking though. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah. That's not root beer. Funniest videos, John. You're so funny. Made a lot of money from his tips. Yeah, John's got a great channel. Great channel. If you don't watch Brum Reseller, you need your heads looking at. Krillin has targets. Don't be mean, Chris. Hermes, I'm going down that way, yeah. Diana stuff is selling at the moment. Okay, right. Let's see if anyone wants to come on. I'm going to put a link in the chat. If you want to come in and have a chat, especially if you've not been on before, don't be afraid. Just come on. You know, even if you're just going to stay for 5 minutes and say hello, it's absolutely fine. If no one wants to come on, it doesn't matter to me. I will just carry on rambling and reading your messages and taking questions and all sorts. John, Brum Reseller, do you want to come on? I mean, you've not been on the channel before, but you're more than welcome to come on. Let's have a chat about your videos. Get some free promo. Let's have a chat. I want to know what inspired you to go through all this, all the funny stuff that you managed to get into your videos. It's just, they're just so good. Hermes have up. I think Hermes have upped their game a bit. Yes, stuff still goes missing, but when you're sending 100, 200 parcels a week or whatever, of course there's going to be issues now and again. Of course, it's law of averages says there will be some at some point that go missing or get damaged, get stolen. It's the same on any courier, but at least if you use one that you can track or charge a bit more and use Royal Mail and make sure it gets tracking, I would advise. I think in the end, everyone should really use a track service. Sometimes I do send stuff large letter if it's below a certain value, but not often at all. Tory, you're up. Night's Life hasn't had any problems with Hermes. That's good. And Richard does send some big items, you know, like movie props and stuff. So Alana says, I really love the Hermes parcel shop service on Vinted. It's so cheap. Yeah, it's very cheap, isn't it? Especially, yeah, because what they do is you can, from a buyer's point of view, because I bought a few things on Vinted, you can have it delivered to the shop for like £1.50 or something. And so I'm always at the parcel shop dropping parcels off. So I just get it delivered there. It's cheap. Jilly says, I use the post office and always do signed for. Okay, yeah. I would recommend that. It's still a no from Tory. I've used Hermes for a long time, and yes, stuff goes missing and you have to put a case in. And I've just had one paid out. They're actually quite quick on the payouts at the minute. I was on the phone to Hermes, excuse me, last week to put a claim in, and they paid it within 7 days. They actually said to me on the phone, they are pushing for a change of policy, or they're testing a quicker process, because it used to be 28 days you had to wait, Hermes, and you pretty much had to wait 28 days to get your money back when you put a claim in. But now they're trying to get it down to 7 days. And actually, the last claim I put in was 7 days. It was very quick. Laura says, my husband is a postman, but I send him to the Hermes shop with all my parcels in. His husband's a postman. They go to Hermes. That's good. Right, we've got a couple of guests waiting to come in. I wonder who we've got. Is there somebody at the door? Somebody at the door. Somebody at the door. Oh, and we've got Oliver Ian as well. There's 2 people at the door. Here we go. Let's bring them both on together. Hey, up. You all right?
Hey, guys.
How are you both doing?
Sorry for you then.
What do you say, Oliver?
So I was feeling a bit sorry for you. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry, you can have him.
Oh, it's all right. That's an interesting... what top is that?
It's just a training top thing.
Okay.
It's quite hot here. Plus, to be fair, after I saw your video the other day with your guns out, I thought I can't do worse than that.
Yeah, I know. It was bad, that. You're right, John?
You were like drumstick.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Hey, bud.
You're right.
Welcome on. Good to have you on.
First time?
Yeah, you were pressured there to come on, weren't you?
Honestly, I don't do well with lives at all. I can't.
I saw you on, was it Nick's live a while back?
Yeah. I hated it.
Your hair's gone.
We all love your videos. They're so funny.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, I don't have any content for the next video. I don't plan these things half the time. I just.
Hey.
No, I get you. I'm kind of the same with my videos when I'm making. I know mine are in no way as funny as yours, but I just make a video, and then if I'm talking about something or I'm showing something and it there happens to be something there that you can use, then yeah.
I'm exactly the same. But I might have an idea what I want to do, but half the time it's just like, I just think of it at the time, really.
Yeah. All right, Steve.
Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, good. We make our own comedy out of Chris's videos, like the pictures that were put up in the movie groups the other day.
They just take the piss out of me.
How's your store been, bro?
So again,
how's your store been this weekend?
The store since
guys.
Right, Al.
the last 10 days have been amazing.
Oh, brilliant!
Really good. Yeah.
That's awesome news.
To the point where I've had to get someone in to help because I just can't do the day-to-day eBay stuff. I'm falling behind.
Wow, that's great news.
Yeah.
I clicked join because I thought no one was coming on, and then everybody came on.
We all got to that point, I think. How you doing now?
Good, guys. How's everyone doing? Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Good.
I've just you were talking a bit earlier on about Brum Reseller with his tape on his face. I've kind of connected the dots now. I realise who you are on Facebook and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Once have just to make everything the same. So
I'm from Cannock, Chesley.
Okay.
Okay.
How you doing, mate?
Cannock.
Do you go to Hogs Lane boot?
Yeah, Hogs Lane.
Yeah, I go to Hogs Lane. It's good. On a Saturday.
Yeah, slightly drop around there. They called it off.
I'll see if I can spot your face without tape on it on a Saturday sometime.
No,
he's going to be going dressed as your alter ego soon, aren't you?
Yeah, next one is the garlic or onion seller, garlic seller.
The garlic seller.
Yeah.
Cool.
John, how did you get on with your little pop-up standy thing that you did?
Rubbish.
Ah.
Yeah, it was. They've got like you've seen it like stalls. You can go there selling like trinkets and homemade soap and candles and that. And there is a gap in the market for records. They do have a record fair there every 6 weeks. There's a waiting list to get on it, so I thought I'd just go when there's not a record fair there. But it was dead. It was after the England match. The weather was shocking, but it is undercover. But I did just under 50 quid, and that was on a dead day. So I think if it was busy, I'd do pretty well.
All right. Okay. Well, you got to try these things, haven't you? You don't know until you try.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how you learn. Where was that?
King's Heath. It's a place called the Kingsway.
Okay. They're probably quite seasonal, aren't they? Like record. Is it a bit of everything, but you did records?
Yeah, I just done records. Records is like a all year sort of sale for me as well on eBay.
No, I mean, sorry. I mean, like there might be busier fairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was definitely the weather and the fact that there was 20 million hangovers the Sunday morning. I don't think people.
Okay, yeah.
I picked up a record at the weekend.
Hulk
is that the one you were talking about?
Hulk Hogan's leader of the gang.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
That's good.
What's that? 80s? 80s? Maybe.
Yeah. To be honest with you, Chris, I'm going to take the LP out of it and have it like that, and then put it in the frame.
Yeah.
I think that looked really, really cool up on the wall.
Yeah, it would.
But yeah,
I think I've still got like the WWF. Is it Slam Jam?
yeah.
I've still got that one.
Yeah.
I think.
It was the WrestleMania ones, wasn't it? The one the very early WrestleMania. If you can get that one on LP or tape, that's worth quite a bit. Lana was talking to somebody that does the record sales, and he was saying that he's based up in Manchester. He's saying some of the local councils have still got a ban on them selling because they're not technically classed as markets, are they? So
Yeah. Andrews is just opened, isn't he? Where he is in Wales, they've only just opened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the one I go to is classed as outside because it's got like a plastic roof and no walls, so it's all right. But they still do them inside as well.
Tory says Tory should go to Hogs Lane. It's quality. It's a bit of far.
There you go. You can have a bit of a meet up there, you lot.
Yeah.
So many of you going.
It's actually quite a nice car boot sale. It's like really got good. Always the toilet's always clean, and the grass is short, which I like.
Yeah, it's good. And there's a lot of families selling kids stuff.
There's not many dealers, are there?
And there's not as many traders there now.
I used to go to the e-boot the Belfry, which I loved, and I've made good money from and stuff over the years. But it's so full of traders now. I'm just bored. So it's nice to go to somewhere new, isn't it?
I used to do e-boot 5 o'clock in the morning. Do that, then go over to Hogs Lane. But because I've got to be at the shop for 10.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
You're still picking up records like that? Yeah, I know you do a lot of house music and UKG. You're still picking up stuff like that, the car boot sales.
I'll have a look at any records with car boots. I picked up a massive Erasure bundle. That was good.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
right place, right time.
I'm missing this. I'm off Instagram now. I'm missing all this. Your pickups.
Yeah,
just get on YouTube, Al. He puts them all on his videos.
Oh really? I didn't know you got a YouTube channel.
What?
I followed you on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm one of your original members.
Oh wow!
Get this guy.
You don't know what you're missing.
Did you manage to get anywhere this weekend, Chris?
I did a Jumble Trail Sunday when in between rain. Picked up a few bits, nothing major. But other than that, no boots. It was just raining all weekend.
Can we expect a video then?
Oh, of course, yeah. I always run 1 week behind, so I've always got one in the bank.
Right. We've still got all of April's to get through, haven't we?
He's already listed half the stuff he's got, Steve, before we see it on the video.
I told you this.
It's listed and sold.
Like Nick goes and does them jumble trails, and it always seems like he gets the best stuff ever.
He does actually. He gets loads of good stuff.
But at car booths, there's dealers. Do you think it's the same like where you are in Devon, Chris? Do you think it was better in Manchester or Devon, or?
It's not much to choose really, to be honest.
Because one thing I think is, those jumble trails when people are selling directly from the house, there's better gear there, isn't there? Usually,
it's because people aren't deliberately looking for crap to sell at a boot sale.
Yeah,
They're just getting stuff that they want to clear out the house. They put it outside. They're not loading the car. They're not driving around.
Yeah.
They're getting whatever they're asking for, aren't they?
Yeah. They're happy for the space, aren't they?
Yeah.
John, do you go to any jumble traily things?
There's none in Cannock or the West Midlands where I'm from.
No.
They don't exist. In Cannock, if you have a jumble trail, you'll get robbed.
Really?
It's not like- you know what I mean?
Where I
Is
live,
that the prices? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, literally.
I was thinking about organising one because where I live, there's a lot of roads all quite close together, and they do they've done Halloween trails in the past.
Yeah, they do that down here.
They're used to that sort of a setup by you get the maps, the Google Maps markers.
Yeah.
So they've done it before, but we're just doing it for a jumble trail. So I have thought about organising one. And then taking all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have looked on Facebook like quite obsessively about people trying to set them up. I'm always trying to find one. More for the crack of it than anything. Even if I didn't get anything, that's the fun part, isn't it? The hunt. And they just most of the ones you find are from like 2016, 2020. I always miss them.
Those old ones. Yeah. Well, Nick and Andrea are doing this app, aren't they? And hopefully that'll make it more accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
That could be the end of car boots.
There's a lot of software out there already, though, Chris, where you can plot addresses and maps and use CSV files and stuff. So another app,
just making it so user friendly that it's very, very easy to use. Because if you remember the company Jumble Trail, that was a company who they help people set up their jumble trails across the country, and then they went under. They went like bust, or they gave up, or whatever. But people were still using the Jumble Trail name. But their system on the website, because I was going to set some up back in Manchester before they went out of business or whatever. Yeah. And it was so easy to use. And if you could put that into an app form, it could be a winner.
Have you ever seen that app called What 3 Words? It's a bit like Google Maps, more finer. I thought that would be good to put a jumble trail on because it's so much more accurate, I just thought it was such a well-made app. It's such the coolest thing. And it's nice.
I think half the problem what by us is that people are so lazy, they don't want to organise it and actually run one.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have any boot sales or anything in our general area. We've got to travel to get to a boot sale.
A lot of people just take the stuff to skip and they don't realise they could put it out for free on the front lawn or sell it. They can't be bothered to stand in the sunshine selling it, can they? They'd rather go to take it to skip and chuck it all away.
Yeah. No way, James. Wow. 2 years late.
2 years late. Yeah. I mean, I've had that. I've been on quite a few jumble trails down here where some of the houses have just set up free stalls. There was one where they didn't want to stand outside, so they just put a sign in the front door: "Everything free, take what you want."
No,
and they just dumped a load of stuff on the front.
Get anything good?
Yeah, I had loads of stuff. You feel bad taking it because at the end of the day, I'm going to make some money on it, so I felt a bit bad taking some of it.
Any good comics down in Tottenham, Chris?
You just want to get it out and done.
Yeah.
And if you don't drive, you can't take it to a tip.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, it's a good idea, I suppose.
Mm.
John, let's talk about your channel just for a minute then. So, what's your inspiration for all these characters that you come up with and the comedy aspect and stuff? Because it's really captured people, I think. You know, you're getting some real good traction with your channel, and it's growing really fast, hasn't it?
I'm gonna have to.
All of my ideas are from the comments.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I bounce from. So, you know, if somebody will comment something, and I think, oh, I can use that, and then that's how the characters come about. Like somebody misspelled, you know, I want some French instead I want some French. So I dressed up as a French guy, and yeah, that developed. Like the jazz guys from the Fast Show, the Jazz Club.
Oh yeah. Is it a bit like 90s comedy stuff?
It can be, yeah. And then like somebody would say, oh, you know, you look like Ozzy. Because when it first come, a lot of people would say, oh, you look like Russell Crowe from The Gladiator.
All right, mate, come on. Yeah, all right then.
Honestly, that was the number one lookalike. You look like Russell Crowe. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do
Can I put a character suggestion in? Could you go from someone, a skinny mank that's moved down south that looks like he's wearing an England netball uniform?
Yeah, but you've had a few more roasted, isn't it?
Chris, you could do a RoboCop one.
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Right, Lainey. Cheers, Lainey. I'll tell her. Thank you.
Yeah, like Rabson Nesbitt was another one in the comments. Just people saying, "Oh, you look like
Yes.
Rab." And then
I thought Boris was pretty good.
Boris, yeah, that was a big one. Yeah,
And then you dyed your hair for Boris, and now you've chopped it off.
yeah. Honestly, my missus was not happy about that. Like,
Did you tell her, or did you just do it and come home like
I
that?
did tell her.
Okay.
You got to warn them, don't you?
I've just seen your YouTube. So you've done a new YouTube, but you're already up to like nearly 8,000 followers. So it's quite quick, isn't it? That.
Well, I started doing the car boot videos probably a year ago now. Then COVID came and I stopped. And then somebody on Instagram said, "Oh, you should carry on." I just thought, yeah, I should really. So I've done it really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
That's
has.
Isn't that a lot though, Chris? In 8,000 in a year. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's a little bit like George Ross's sort of hit the way he really went fast. You know, he sort of captured a lot of people's sort of views and he grew fast, and it's a kind of a similar kind of thing to George, really. And I just think it's good because it's something different.
Yeah.
And the comedy it is very, very funny. It really is. You know,
It's the whole journey of the shop as well. Like, I never thought that I would have a shop. Never. And
Where's your shop?
In Hall Green.
Oh yeah, I know Hall Green. Where's that? Where?
Right opposite Yardley train station.
Oh no way.
Yeah. So
I kind of know that area a little bit. Didn't there used to be an old record store around there as well?
apparently so, yeah, in the 70s, I heard, yeah.
I'm just getting the impression Al's ignoring all your stuff here.
I'm sorry.
He's took you off Instagram. He doesn't follow on YouTube. He's deliberately ignoring your shop in an area that he knows. He just doesn't like it.
It's not that. It's not that. I've got a very addictive personality, and I used to be on Instagram a lot, talking shit and posting rubbish. And I had got nothing interesting to post, and I wasn't.
You literally ran out.
Yeah, and I come to realise, if anything, it's probably harming my business. I'd made some friends, but they didn't matter because you can pick up with mates at any point. You know, I got to know Chris on Instagram, but you don't need. It was literally distracting me, so I came off it. That's all. Yeah,
John,
I've missed all your growth.
Yeah.
Well, you have to catch up now, won't you?
The other thing I
Yeah.
do is I do pay attention to the analytics of the videos as well. So
Yeah.
I used to have a little intro at the start where I'd do a little drive to the car boot.
Nice one, Tori.
No one watches that.
Oh, really?
I skip it, so I cut it. So I was trying to sort of appease YouTube at the same time and keep YouTube happy. I'll push your video more.
So if you've got that intro where you drive into the car boot, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, people don't watch that.
No, they don't like that.
Yeah, like if I'm watching a video and there's an intro and it's the same intro week in, week out, I skip it.
Oh, I see.
That's
So you want to get to the point quick.
It's bad for the channel because if people are skipping parts of your video, you want continuous watching.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You want, and I think what's good about your videos, John, is that you have things in it that make people watch to the end.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah,
and that's a big thing, isn't it? If you can get people to watch all the way through, YouTube will recommend your video to a lot more people.
What, like comedy and a bit of surprise and stuff?
Just do your bloopers or something. You haven't told people there's something at the end, but they're always going to watch to the end just in case they're going to miss something. It's like the Avengers film; you'll sit there to the very, very last credit just in case.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, in other words, you leave your bloopers in and make a joke of yourself during the main video. You don't add a bloopers video after.
It'll be both.
In one. Okay, cool.
Both, yeah. It's never really the same, but I do sort of look into the channel's analytics to sort of.
How does Tori know that?
She's got several.
Yeah, that's true.
Tori, I'll definitely meet up with you now at Hogs Lane, Bob. Can't wait.
I think you're wise to do that, John. I don't pay enough attention to mine. But the problem with my channel has always been that I have a mixed channel, so I post all kinds of shit on it. Whereas really, YouTube want you to be one subject, so that it knows when to recommend you to other videos. But my channel's always been like that, so I ain't going to change it now.
Is there anyone, like Brum? Is there anyone that you have watched and you thought these are the bee's knees that you could share with us to try out?
No.
On the old, no one. You've got no aspirations from anyone.
No, from the start, I've always watched Nick.
Yeah.
For years, but also Ben Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I watch Ben as well.
From the start, and funnily enough, I mean, he lives in Birmingham. I've never seen him at a car boot. Never.
Really?
Never seen him.
So I'm gonna sound really controversial now. We used to watch quite a few of them, and then they have gone. Just reading the comment there, they have gone all samey. There's only so many people I can watch walk around picking Build-A-Bears up at a boot sale and going, "Oh, this could be worth something." And then the other ones, and I don't watch any. No disrespect or any the so-called new crew, the likes of your global thrifters and stuff. I don't watch any of them either. So, yeah, what Al's saying there about anyone that's the bee's knees, it's not that. It's just who do you like on the level that you're going to watch time and time again, isn't it? Really,
everyone likes different things, don't they? Everyone likes different people, personalities, and that's the thing.
I prefer watching people my own age, than young uns. Nothing wrong with young people.
It's just homework. Like, you might spot something new that you didn't know or you didn't know was worth money. But I do try and watch as much as I can. But a lot of the time, I'm either editing videos or I'm listing or I do try. I haven't caught this channel for a couple of weeks, but I do try and get on when I can.
Fair play.
Did you ever do acting at school? Dave Repairs says, John.
I I was in a lot of plays in primary school. They picked me to do like, you know, be like the main character, but
Oh, cool.
didn't do any acting. No.
That says it
How
all.
long
I was
did-
always in the background.
How long do you reckon it takes you? Because those videos that you put out must take you quite a while to edit and put together and stuff. So, a boot sale video where you do the full bells and whistles? How long does it take you to edit that?
I'd say 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, I can believe it.
No way.
I had to, like, when I first started, like, so obviously you got to go and buy your GoPro. So that was like 300 odd quid or whatever it was. Then I was trying to edit on my laptop that I had, and I was getting by, and I thought, "There's something wrong there. It's not working properly." And then I realised it was the RAM, the amount of RAM it takes to edit a HD video. I didn't understand this at the time. I was getting by. That's why in my older videos they're rubbish. They're still not any good. Anyway, I bought a new computer. I had to go. I invested in a new computer, so to do it properly, and it's much quicker now. So yeah, it's all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Like sometimes I've done over 2 days. I do, you know, do Sunday and Monday. You know, there's a lot that goes on.
I don't think people realise, you know, viewers, I don't think everyone always realises how long it can take you to deal with your videos and you know, just it takes you away from your daily sort of job and your eBay and your record store and everything, you know.
Is that why you finish at 12 midday?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why he gets Bell doing all his drafts for him as well.
Yeah.
So,
So,
you know,
you get too busy editing.
The record store you've opened, John, do you work full time there as well, 9 to 5?
Yeah, I do 10 till 6 Tuesday to Saturday.
Nice.
Bloody hell. It's one way to get away from the missus, mate. I'll give you that. You've
Don't
done well there.
Don't tell her she's watching, I think.
Chris, do you do all your editing on your MacBook Air?
Sorry.
Do you do all your editing on your MacBook Air?
All my editing is done on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't edit on me. The only thing I do on the laptop is once I've uploaded a video, you do all the background behind it. So you do all the description, your tags, and all that stuff. That's all done on the computer, but everything else on my phone.
Wow.
Yeah, I do mine on Adobe Premiere.
Do you know how you can make? Sorry for interrupting, John. You know how you can make a website and just send it off to some guy, or a Shopify website, send it off to some guy in Thailand and pay him £2 to have it done. I wonder if there's anyone who can do this for YouTube videos.
There
Probably
is,
want it.
definitely is, but I don't think
Outsourcing.
with the how I wanted it to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when I'm doing stuff like that, and it's like sometimes when I'm editing, I'll change the way something looks because it doesn't look right, or I want to put something in like a picture of something, you wouldn't get that if you outsourced it because they just won't get your touch, the creator's touch. You know what I mean?
And I suppose as well the British dry humour, maybe.
Well, I used to enjoy Chris's unedited videos because, you know, just watching him fuck up every now and then was quite funny when, you know.
He's robbed us of that now.
But yeah,
I have
trying to be professional again.
And John, John inspired me to keep some bloopers in. So sometimes I do that now. Like if I make a mistake, I'll just leave it in and I'll just make a feature of it in the video. But yeah.
Well, without your bloopers, your 10 sales in under 10 minutes will be 10 sales in under 5 minutes, won't it?
I used to enjoy watching Chris get annoyed when he was unpacking a big bale of clothes.
Oh, right, yeah. Bales.
And he'd got four rows of medium, a large and a small. I didn't remember which one was which.
It was when he shit himself when he was cutting those bales of cycling jerseys and they flew up on him.
Oh, you know what? You got to stand back when you cut them. Bloody hell, you get whipped.
He'd made so many different types of interesting piles. He put the shit ones in the interesting one, and he couldn't remember. Yeah, I enjoyed them. I used to watch your stuff a lot when I was listing, and but you get into a rut. I listen to podcasts now.
Wow.
I tend to like. I have quite a few running during the day, so I'm just listing here, and it'll just be on my laptop here, and I'll just be like, now and again I'll glance over, but like when people are at boots and stuff or showing a haul, you don't really have to see everything. You can kind of hear what's going on. So I just let it run, and you know, I'll my view time must be like whole videos, and you know, I don't skip anything. I just let it run till the end.
Watch a whole video, do you, Steve?
I'm easily distracted. I am.
I watch videos that interest me, but where you guys watch your YouTube videos, I've usually got Amazon on or Netflix or something like that on, and it's just on in the background while I'm working. I'm dreading going back to the office if you want us back in the office full time, because I'm going to have to do some work. But yeah, I have YouTube on, but as Chris said, sometimes it's just I could probably just let 4 or 5 videos play before I took anything in that's been on the screen for the last hour.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
iMovie is what I use mostly. Dave Repairs was mentioning it on my iPhone, because you get it free with the iPhone, and it's bloody good, to be honest with you. And they've just recently added a load of new features, stuff like green screen effects and all that kind of stuff you can do on your phone. You know, you can put layers and photos and picture in picture and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I use mostly.
I wanted to do a YouTube channel, right? I'm only ever on YouTube with people when I'm pissed, so I'm a bit unconfident to just do it stone cold sober. And I thought, well, if I have a few beers and make a YouTube video, people will think I'm like this all the time. So I don't want that. And I thought, I haven't got much to talk about anyway, other than comics and jeans. So, like, it's going to be the most boring video channel in the world.
Well, see, comics will be something I tune into.
There you go. You got your first viewer there.
Picking Build-A-Bears up, you can sod off, but picking comics up and talking comics, I'm all up for that.
But
hey, Reseller picks up a lot of Build-A-Bears as well.
I dive into them.
Yeah. I always think about it. There's so many there's so many well-produced guys, and I think I'm too late. You know,
I don't think you have to be well-produced at all. I think it's just if you've got something interesting to say or something interesting to show, it doesn't have to be well-produced.
There's YouTubers out there that are doing unpackaged videos, and all you see in the sleeves on T-shirts. You're not even seeing what they're unpacking half the time. So I wouldn't worry about it that it's not well produced, as long as you can actually see the content you're presenting. It's fine, isn't it?
I watched this channel and it's about cars, and he goes to Copart. I think it's salvage something, and he doesn't work the phone. Just goes around on his phone. And I don't think he knows much about editing, but he just puts it all together. And his channel's got hundreds of thousands of views.
Who's that?
People are interested in the content. I don't know. I think it's Salvage. He's in the UK, but a lot of the cars he goes to see is a Copart. But yeah, nothing fancy. It's just on a phone. Just around the car.
I watch a lot of DIY videos as well, lads. I don't know about you, but
I'm DIY retarded when it comes to stuff like that. I haven't got a clue when it comes to one side of a hammer to another. You know, so
I'm a typical tight Stokey. I won't pay for have much done. You know.
Oh no, I'd rather pay someone £100 to come and put something up than me do it.
Oh, no way.
I can do some very, very basic stuff, but like if I had to do anything complicated, then no, I wouldn't do it.
No.
Because Lana charged you a fortune there, mate.
That's it, yeah. Do you know anything that I can run into and break? I'm your man. Putting stuff up, I just don't.
Not falling down the stairs.
Yeah. The cat nearly killing me, you mean? Yeah. Cheers. Cheers, Steve.
You don't even have a cat. You don't own a cat.
John, do you use Tube Buddy?
No, I don't. I don't know what the reason would be for to use it.
It's a tool that you can have. It's like a plugin on your YouTube, and it will help you like with things like tags and keywords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can like look at other people's channel and see how their growth is and stuff like that. But I have it, but I only have the very basic level. In fact, actually, no, it's been cancelled this week, but that's because I wanted to downgrade. But I'll probably go back on it next week.
I've got the app just to get, they do the trophies when you.
Yeah.
I've got that, but I wouldn't go any further yet. I don't think I need to just yet.
No. I think the next level is like £5 a month or something, and it gives you a load of analytics, and if you can put like a keyword in, and it will suggest a load of tags for your tags and stuff like that.
So, Al, you were saying there about building confidence up to do your videos and stuff. Are you into your comics and stuff? Do you like your Marvel and your DC?
DC, an Image comic collector. I've been for a long time, yeah.
So there you go, Chris. To build his confidence, you can come on and do Movie Chat Mastermind on DC Comics. And get himself some screen time.
I see where you went with that, Steve. Then nice work, mate.
You're talking about someone's special subject. Mine's the Goonies. That's my special subject.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there you go. You can have the Goonies.
I'm sure we can come up with 20 questions for the Goonies. In fact, I think we've had a couple in the last couple of weeks, haven't we?
Probably.
I've been watching, yeah. I do watch Chris's movie chats a lot because it inspires me to watch mostly 80s and 90s stuff. I like to pick up the classics.
Zombievers.
That's not 80s, 90s stuff, is it?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
For a good one, there's even no mention of Steven Seagal. I can't believe that.
Guys, I'm going to shoot off, so I'll see you all Thursday.
Catch you in a bit, mate.
Take care, guys.
See you, Steve.
Take care, mate. See you, Steve.
We've just reminded little Steve he's got to have to write his questions for Thursday. That's why he's sodded off now.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. He's the only one left not to get the questions ready.
The quizzes are going good, aren't they? These movie quiz questions.
Shabatron says, I watch, listen to Coast to Coast AM or Lex Friedman and Joe Rogan when I listen. Depending what day, I usually listen to Chris, aka English Tintin, thank you. Avernus, Biker, and Brum Reseller when I get up before work. Cheers, Shabba. Let's see what other comments we got in here. I'm way behind. Z's in. Hi, Z. Z always watches movie chats back. That's good. Have you got a specialist? Do you like movies, John? Do you watch films at all?
I do, yeah. So it's just getting the time.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
TV shows, series.
Do you watch like Netflix and stuff like that, or what do you have?
Can't really say what I've got, but not exactly paid for.
Very
acquired by other means.
Very naughty.
I was looking at the face huggers Z's got. He's got like life-size face huggers, from Aliens.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna have one put up here, but Lana won't let me get one because it'll scare the shit out of her every time she walks in the room.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you guys all got a nice tat cave you can work in as an office with gizmos and man things then?
That's where I am now. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I know, Chris.
Box room.
I was going to say, Chris, you used to have on the start of your videos loads of your cool collectibles you were into. Have you still
Yeah,
got...
that was when I had a movie room in my old house.
Yeah.
We're in a rented at the moment, like temporary rented. So we didn't unpack everything when we moved here. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got a house in the pipeline, and I'm just waiting on the mortgage being agreed. And when we move, we're going to unpack everything properly again. And yeah, fingers crossed, and we'll get back to having something like that.
What about you, Brum? I bet you've got some absolute beauty records saved, haven't you?
I don't really have any connection to records.
Oh, really? No way.
Like, I was just listing one now. What is this? Roy Orbison, Indian Wedding.
Yeah.
I could not find anything about this. It's that it's a Zella label. And if that Zella.
Even from the etching, you couldn't get anything from the etching.
No. Now I'm going on I know record. Honestly, I hardly know anything about records.
How did you first get started with records?
I was buying Lego, and the guy had it was an advert on Gumtree. He had a collection of Lego, and he had a collection of dance music. Now I'm into dance music, so I thought, oh well, what I was thinking of doing is buying it all and selling it all. But then when I started to look at what they were worth, I thought, I'm just going to list them all individual. And that's how I got on. So in general, a lot of the collection on eBay is dance music. A lot of the collection in the shop is more the traditional record store, progressive rock, but people are coming in and buying ABBA, Genesis, Elton John, and the markup on that, because I'm getting them for 50p to £1, and they're going out for £3 and £4. But it's when people come in and their knowledge on the music industry is just unbelievable. And I do what
it's
they're
fun to talk about, isn't it?
Just kind of pretend that everything.
Look, Matt, honestly, I don't know what
Just nodding.
Well, I just because I haven't been collecting for years. I don't have that connection with people that buy records. When someone comes in and buys dance music, I'll have it.
Oliverine, it's Sunday, the final, by the way, not Saturday. Sunday at 8 p.m. Assuming, well, we can't assume anything, can we? But touch wood.
I thought it was Saturday. Isn't it usually on a Saturday?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Sunday, to be fair.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday, 8 o'clock.
Going to bet on Italy tomorrow, boys? No?
Don't really do bets much or anything like that, really. I'm not a betting man, other than the lottery. That's it, really, for me.
Bet365 gave away a £10 free bet today. Well, I got a bet on Italy. Yeah. Don't think the Spain stand a chance.
To be fair, I haven't watched. I must have watched about a game and a half of football this whole tournament.
No,
I've not been interested in it at all. We were out in Wrexham on Saturday, and the woman in the shop says, was I watching England? And I was like, if there's nothing else on, yeah. And I missed a really good game by the sounds of it, but it just hasn't been in. It's not caught me at all.
So
I don't like it.
Love Island then?
Go on.
Sorry?
I was Love Island then.
That's another thing we haven't watched this year is Love Island.
Oh, bloody hate that. She watches it, and I fucking hate it.
Oh, you watch it, Chris. Come on. That's why you're so orange.
They are chosen based on their IQ levels, which are like down there.
Yeah.
Like,
Love Island makes you realise how ugly you are, how fat you are, and how...
I just don't think it's a good advert for young people. It really isn't.
No. I've said for the last couple of years...
I'm really old saying that.
They need to do one, don't they, with your normal average Joe who goes in there.
Yeah.
You've got 15 to 20 average Joes.
Yeah.
You know, they're not all
Good points.
supermodels. They're not all Instagram influencers or
Yeah.
daughters of actors or whatever. It's just normal Joes that are going in.
Dad
Yeah.
bod and people who have gone to school as well. That would be a different story.
Like the first 1 or 2 series of Big Brother, like they were normal people. They didn't have there was no such thing as a social media following. Then, and
Yeah, you know when what's his name won it, the Scouser.
Craig
won, didn't he? Just a normal guy, a builder from bloody Liverpool won it.
Is he a decorator now?
Well, he's on TV. He's still on TV. He does all the house improvement shows. But
yeah,
I can remember he gave his money away. He went in there at the start thinking, right, if I win, I'm going to give my money away, not thinking he was going to win.
I think he gave it away to a Down syndrome charity, didn't he?
Yeah, 70 grand. I think. And that whole thing about Nasty Nick and the whole country was in uproar.
Yeah, I remember that.
Today, what goes on to today, you know, it's just
they're all millionaires now. You can come across as the biggest twat on one of them programs and still be worth a fortune from all of your sponsors and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of love for your channel here anyway, John.
Yeah, I'm going to get stuck into that. I can't believe I missed out, to be honest with
you. It also it does bring people to the shop as well. They do
really
come to the shop just to like see me. He's like, oh, we're watching your channel. I'm like, oh yeah, right.
do you have a TV on in the shop with your YouTube channel just constantly playing?
Got 5 screens.
Yeah.
But no, like I put a sign up in the shop, follow my channel, and I think people do look at that and think, oh, they do follow, and then they'll come back and say, oh, watch your channel.
You thought about a sign that says £5 for an autograph? As a joke, but also to see if
Twitch charges for autographs at boot sales. That's why he cuts that bit of the footage when someone recognises him.
I'll tell you what I do. I give these out to people, right? Because this is mainly because when I'm filming and people ask me like why am I filming and stuff, because I'm not as, you know, like when you use a GoPro, it's quite it's almost covert, isn't it? But I have my phone here on my chest, like it's overt. Everyone can see it's there. So I get asked a lot, why are you filming? What are you doing with the footage and stuff? So I give them my little card.
All right.
And it tells them about the channel and it tells you where to find me. And I just find that it's like, it helps sort of, you know, like some people think, oh, I know Derek's had a problem recently, Tap Peddler, about, you know, filming at a boot sale. And it kind of, when you give them your card and you say, here's my channel, it's like, it kind of makes you look a bit more professional, you know what I mean? And you're not just some dodgy person filming at a boot sale.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. The business card can mean all the difference between some pervert and a professional.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Oh, you could just be a pervert with a business card.
That's basically
yeah. But it's almost like saying, here's how you can contact me on all these channels. You know, if you've got a problem, here's how you can contact me. And if people say they don't want to be on camera, which has only happened once, I always just say, it's no problem at all. I'll edit you out. It's not a problem.
Well, you've got yours angled so it's all down to the table and stuff, haven't you? You
always angle down.
You don't.
But sometimes you can't help it, because if you're approaching from a distance, you're going to get people's faces on. And if kids are in there, you're probably going to capture the kids as well on camera. And if it's, you know, like obviously, you know, close-ups of kids, then I'll try and remove them from the footage, but it doesn't always happen.
Pixel and all that stuff.
Not pixel, because that's just hassle, but I'll just edit them out.
Not pixel, nightmare.
What, do you do anything like that, John, with your videos?
In general,
is it GoPro you use, did you say?
Yeah, it's a GoPro. And I've got like a chest mount, so it's just up there, and I don't really get any questions. Someone does ask me. I say it's for my own personal protection, but it seems to be fine. a lot of people just think it's like, oh, you're filming so you can go back and see what you've missed and stuff. I'm like, oh no, it's from the channel.
Yeah.
Other people.
Have you ever thought, John? Because I really enjoy his program. You know, Craigslist seller. You ever thought about doing that in the record shop?
The problem is music.
Oh,
A lot of
you have it
time,
on.
music playing. So what I've thought about, and there's been a couple of comments about this. People wanted to see like a Saturday live in the shop. So what I might do is have like no music on, but for a record store with no music on, it's.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
It's like having CCTV on in the corner, wouldn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Are you allowed to have music on non-stop, but never get any money from the YouTube channel, and that live will just generate interest to you?
That's the other option. So not to monetize it, which I don't really mind too much.
People would tune in, wouldn't they?
Which is the only problem. A copyright on them, though.
The only problem you've got is some certain songs will not allow your video to show in certain territories. So if you play a song and it's one of those that doesn't allow it to be replayed in the UK, your video's fucked basically. So that's the problem. You don't always know until afterwards which ones they are.
Oh, no way. Can you? What if you do it as a live? It surely must help generate interest.
Yeah, that's what people. A couple of comments were saying that they would like just to see. You know, it's like when you're on the internet and you watch a CCTV camera of like the San Francisco Bridge, and you think,
exactly, yeah, like a webcam, yeah.
You know, what else do you expect? But it's the same thing, and people just want to see the shop and how many customers are in.
Be worth trying. Might be worth trying one day.
Just getting a proper setup in the corner up high so you get a good angle.
Yeah.
You know all the nightclubs that are reopening in perhaps 10, 12 days. Like I know a few. Sankey's from our neck of the woods, Nick. They're opening back up. Sankey Soap in Manchester. They're opening up and they're going to do a live DJ booth. I don't know what they'll charge you to watch the DJs. And then you have to pay to go to the club. But I mean, I'm too old. I'm too knackered to go to a club now. But I'll happily tune in for 50p and watch a DJ for 3 hours. We'll have a few.
But it won't be 50p though.
Well,
do you know what will be interesting? Seeing all these 18-year-olds who have just turned 18 in the last 18 months or whatever, who haven't had a chance to go out to a pub or a nightclub, seeing them experience it for the first time.
Yeah, good point. Because
they're the people that are going to be going, aren't they? Like you say,
Well, we could go dancing. When we were kids, we could go dancing for 14 hours. Now they go out at 12 and they're home at 4. You know what I mean?
John, what's the music at the end of your videos?
That is called Swoop. Where is it gone? Swoop 141 Quan.
There you go. I actually thought he was referring to Thong Song myself, but
the Thong Song, they sometimes use that,
yeah. That's good. That it's like super fast, super speed Thong Song.
Yeah, so that was on a video. My brother, he's a musician. He edited it, and just so that you don't get the copyright strike, because you can make your own version of a song.
Yeah, you can go 50-50 as well, can't you, on it?
Yeah, so he done that, so I can use that without getting a copyright strike, because it's
like a remix or something.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah. Speeded it up so then it doesn't recognize it properly.
Probably, yeah, and it's his own music.
It's his own music. That's good. Yeah, I love that.
Cool.
A lot of car booters don't want filming as HMRC. Yeah, because there's loads of them, aren't they, that are not paying any tax at the boot sales, so they probably don't want to be on camera.
99% of Depopers, it's amazing, really. I'm on a Depop group, right, and the majority of the sellers are still living with their mum and dad, and they're not professional or anything, and it just makes you think, all the tax I'm paying pees me off a bit. You know what I mean? But what can you do?
No.
I don't
I
want
know.
to be.
Well, to be honest with you, I'd rather just be above board because I'm the kind of person I worry too much about stuff like that. So I'd rather just pay me dues, do the right thing, and then I ain't got nothing to worry about. I pay my tax. I put my self-assessments in every year. So
Yeah,
I ain't got that to worry about.
What I mean is by that. So I'm saying it wrong, but like I'm a member of a group and I'm a taxpayer and I've been a professional eBayer for a long time, and I'm in a member of a group where no one's a taxpayer and they're all getting the same advice and they're learning just as much as me. But the question is, are they entitled to? Because do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like no one's contributing financially to the country, but everyone's learning from other resellers on how to skimp and rip the system off.
You're learning from the wrong people, aren't you? There was a stint about 6 months ago where everyone was giving financial advice out, and all you were doing was buying bloody jigsaws on boot sales and selling them off.
Yeah,
you don't need to pay tax on this, and you don't need to do this and that and everything else. Well, you do, but you know what you're going to say. Well, YouTube told me I don't have to. That's not going to stand up in court, is it? Really?
I don't mean to be a hypocrite. When I stopped playing rugby and I was an eBayer, I didn't pay tax for a good while, maybe 12 months. But as soon as my business was a certain size, I thought I best do this. You know, I'm going to get screwed over if I get investigated. So I don't mean to be a hypocrite, but like I know people who've been doing it for 10 years on eBay and stuff, and I'm not a grass, I never would be, but it just annoys me sometimes, all the tax I pay. And then you're thinking, well, they're even earning off YouTube and no one's paying a bloody penny in tax, or people are earning money off here and there. It's like, fucking hell. You know what I mean? And I'm here keeping my mouth shut, and it's like, it's a bit frustrating sometimes, especially the YouTubers, not the YouTubers, the guys on the car boot sales who, like, I hear them talking about some of the sales they've got. If someone grabs something before you, sometimes I'm thinking, yeah, if I got there 5 minutes before you, I'd be picking that up now. And instead of making 50 quid profit, I'd probably make 42 because I'm paying tax. And that pees me off. But at the same time, it's cashing on for them, and it just annoys me. Winds me up a bit.
Yeah. Do you have one of these music licenses, John, in your shop?
Yeah, absolute rip off.
What does it cost?
£50 a month. For 6 months.
To play music in your shop?
Yeah.
Jesus, didn't realise it that much.
You can't have a music shop without a music, though, can you?
Does that limit you to what type of music and hours and stuff like that, though? Is it like a entertainment license and stuff?
No, it goes off how the music's been displayed, the size of the venue or shop that it's displayed. I mean, they even charge for music in lifts. And there's two companies as well. There's the PPRS or something and the PRS. So you actually split into two. They collect the money. And like I went to them and said, look, like I don't want someone knocking the door, because a record store is the first place they're going to look for someone playing music. I didn't want them to come to me. I went to them and said, like, what's the price? Yeah, it was like 550. No, it was £50 a month over 6 months every year. So that's the way they worked it.
It's mad. Such a lot of money, that, isn't it?
So how does that work then? If you were not a record or a music store, you were like a clothes store or something, and you were just playing music off a Bluetooth speaker at the back?
Yeah.
So I've had experience with it in the past. The office where I was the manager of, our head office come to us and said, do you have a radio playing in the office? And we were like, yeah, we do. You know, how big's the office? And we've got one downstairs in the kitchen, we've got one out the back. And so they sent that off, and it turned out we owed like $3,000. We'd never paid it, and they backdated it all as well to the date where we said, and like $3,000. So I'd learned from that and thought, I ain't getting myself into any sort of issue with them, because you'll They won't leave you alone, and they really.
How could you ever prove it though? That's the question. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. How do they prove it? They'd come down to the shop, and they'd probably come in at a time where there was music on, or they phone you and listen in the background.
Yeah.
To see.
Or they've been in 20 times. We used to work in a pub, and licensing used to do that. You used to come in a couple of times throughout the month, and then come in on an official basis.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk.
No.
I used to be a licensing officer.
Do you know Leanne who's just on about tax there? I keep thinking this, I do. So, like, in the last, say, 12 months, how many huge businesses have gone under? And there must be only a certain amount of workers who were involved in the tax part of HRMC or tax investigation, fraud and all that. And I'm sure they've got much bigger fish to fry than Dave on Depop who sells 4 pairs of jeans a month. Do you know what I mean? So there's I didn't mean to like kick off further on, guys, but what I mean, every time you don't sell something, every single item you don't, every time you don't sell something, there's another 10 kids on your block who did, and they didn't pay tax. Think about it like that. Just on your estate now.
To be honest, I don't worry too much about it because I just think, well, if they want to do that, that's fine. But I'm gonna do things the right way, so I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me, but I do understand where you're coming from. Like it can be frustrating. You know, there's loads of people who just go under the radar. But at the end of the day, you know, I'd rather do what I'm doing than what they're doing. So
the market's flooded, you see, with good quality items. Like we all have knowledge on a lot of things. You know, I know about Levi's, you know about plushies and other things, and biking tops. And every time someone sells something, it doesn't just like, there's only a certain amount of money that can be spent on cycling tops each year in the UK. And I bet you 99% of the people that sell them aren't a taxpayer. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah. So Leanne's basically saying here that HMRC is, she knows someone who's got 3 years worth of work lined up investigating furlough schemes. I bet they were abused, something rotten, those.
Yeah.
Bet they were. Jesus. Wouldn't want to be doing that job, to be fair.
Someone's mentioned Les Emstock from Jive Bunny. He used to DJ in a club in Stoke I used to go to called The Place. I've
got a signed Jive Bunny vinyl. Is that worth anything, John? Signed by the bunny himself.
Tenner. I've sold them for a $9.99 on eBay.
What, signed ones?
No, I mean signed.
It's signed. It's got to be worth at least 5 times that.
How can you prove it was the official bunny and not just someone in a suit?
Trust me, it is.
Someone came in with the Bay City Rollers album, and they said, "Oh, look, it's been signed by all the band."
Yeah.
What they didn't know is they signed every. It was like on the print. That's how the sleeve was. And about 3 days after, the guy died and it sold.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you reckon to, you know, when something's on fire on eBay because someone just died, like a famous sports person or an actor? Do you think that's exploitation and good, or make some cash, or do you think it's bad?
I don't think it's going to happen, isn't it? I don't think there's anything wrong with it myself.
So, last year, then you come fly with me's and your Little Britons. Did you sell your copy when they were going for daft money?
I've never had one. I haven't had a DVD player for probably 10 years. Well, since Sky, you know, I sold all my DVDs 10 years ago. Like,
because that's the
blind demand, isn't it?
It was the same thing, isn't it? Really, they got banned. Everyone was selling them for like 80 quid.
I know. I saw it. Yeah, it's mad money, isn't it? That you can't blame people for jumping on.
I'm just waiting for Mike Tyson to die so I can sell my PSA grade 4 questions.
Oh, remember that video, John? It was so gutting to see that. I can't believe it. It's like, how much did it cost you to get that sorted?
I think it's around about 350 quid.
But you did it on a priority service, didn't you?
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really know what exactly I was doing, but the price up was shipping out and then having to pay the tax, the import tax back.
Yeah. Well, they used to grade comics, and they stopped grading comics because they were grading comics for people who they were friends with for better grades, and they were called PGC before that, by the way, and they were not outcast or outlawed, but they were. And oh, by the way, they're not the only people that have done this. Other people have as well. They were kind of like changed their name because they had a bad rep with comics. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I think they do records.
It's open
as well.
to abuse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like if your job is to they do it with books now as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So you can have a Harry Potter book and you can have it graded.
You can grade lots of things now.
Yeah,
You can get things boxed up and slabbed and all that stuff.
We're talking about doing it with vintage T-shirts now.
Right.
Yeah, you know that
They must be earning a lot of money. Those places, a lot of money.
Well, they get a royalty, don't they, for what it sells for now?
Mm.
So it works with the comic anyway. But you know that thing you got, the Tyson thing. That's because he's such a famous person. I bet it'd be worth a lot more in 10 or 20 years, won't it? Surely.
Well,
when
The
he's
thing
dead,
is the bubble not going to burst on some of these at some point? Because there's going to be that many out there. It's like you send that card off to whatever it is, the company, right? And you have to wait. Some people are waiting a year to get it back. So by the time it comes back, is it even worth the money that you hoped it was going to be worth? Because there'll be a load of other people who have been waiting a year for their cards to come back. And suddenly the market's flooded.
depends on the
I
heat.
don't know.
Like if you've got an Eamon Holmes card, it's not going to be worth much in 10 years. But if you've got a Mike Tyson card, it'd be worth fortune. You know. Or Muhammad Ali.
Because the Pokemon was the other one, wasn't it? Was it the Charizard card? Everyone was going nuts for.
Yeah.
You know, and you had people scanning thousands of Pokemon cards because and most of them were worth a penny.
Yeah.
But it was just that one particular card that got graded. Someone made a video on it, and all of a sudden it was worth thousands.
Yeah, John. James says he sent his Tyson card to UK grader Get Graded, £28 2-week return.
yeah, there's no need to rub it in any further.
Yeah, but that's all. That's okay. That's all said, well and done. But the difference is, so you have comic. I only know about comics, by the way. But you can have comic book collectors who aren't interested in the European grade, and they only care about the US grade.
Right.
So it could be a 9.8 in Europe, but they don't care because they want a CGC grade. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But the States are just bigger markets, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna spend more money over there on a highly graded comic book than they will do over here.
Yeah, exactly. Because like certain comic book graders have been around for like 60 years, and certain European comic book graders have been around for 4 or 5. So they're trying to make a name for themselves by giving away a load of 9.8s and stuff. You know what I mean?
A while back, I started collecting Disney dollars.
Oh yeah.
You know, the old Disney dollars before they stopped doing them. Because you can get those graded, and I started collecting them. I used to buy them in job lots and singulars and all sorts. That's a universal dollar, that one. Mostly ones, but I've started collecting 5s and 10s, and I was going to get them all sent off and graded, and then I watched John's video and it put me right off because I thought some of these look mint, right? But I don't know what I'm looking at. If they might find a tiny imperfection, that could be a 5 instead of a 10 or a 9.
Well, they're measured on 100 points, anything that's graded. So like 90 points would be a 9.0. 91 points would be 9.1, if that makes sense.
So I'm reluctant. So I'm just keeping hold of these at the moment. I'm not sure what to do with them, and I've stopped collecting them for now.
Most of the...
Would it bother you, though, Chris, what grading they are? Are you planning on selling them, or is it just for your...
I don't know whether to keep them or sell them. I guess it depends like what the values were when they come back.
A lot of people who send the stuff in, comic book wise, by the way, sorry to keep referring back to comics, send something in because they think it's mint, and usually it gets downgraded not because of the folds or the finger marks or the acidization of your sweat on your hands. It actually gets downgraded because of the print. So it might have been printed in a mistake made. You know what I mean? And that's why it ends up being a 9.8 or 9.6.
See, so as you can see on the walls behind me, I've got some of the comics and frames and stuff like that. And I just love the comic art. I've got a couple of 80s Transformers comics and stuff, and I've got Punisher and Star Trek ones up here.
Looks like Jack Kirby. That does.
And,
have you got any slabbed ones? Any graded ones?
No, I've just put them in my own. Well, Lana's put them in our own frames and then put them on the wall because I like the artwork on them. So I never get them graded or anything, but they're just for me to enjoy. Yeah. And that's why I'm thinking with what Chris was saying there about is Disney dollars, is he getting them graded because he's planning on selling them, or if it's his own collection? If it's his own collection, what difference does it make what grade it is? So why go through the whole process?
It's addictive, isn't it, though? Like, it's like records. I wonder if there's a grading process for records.
There's the gold standard of how to grade a record, which everyone uses, and there's no you can't. That's off your own personal, what you're looking at, and that's the problem. The problem is my grade, very good plus, would be someone else's grade, good.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same with comics, isn't it? When I'm listing comics, like you go off a list like online, you can either do the VFF whatever, or you can do the numbered one, or you can do both sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's still down to your own opinion.
Yeah. And naturally, we all want to make a bit more money, so we're always leaning towards the better ones.
I tend to go less because I just think let's keep expectations a bit lower.
Underground.
Yeah.
I don't think many people do that, though. I think most people, not maliciously, but they're just trying to earn some cash, aren't they? So,
but then you end up with returns, then, don't you? Because I started undergrading, like what John said, after I had a comic returned to me. I had an expensive comic. I sold one. It was about 80 quid or something. It was about 2 years ago, and it was a real good comic, right? And I graded it myself, and they disagreed with it, returned it not as described. So then I thought, right, I'm going to be really super careful with these in future. So I was erring on the side of caution for that point, from that point onwards.
Yeah, I'm gutted to miss this. What was it? I keep my eye on your comics.
Oh, it was ages ago. It was probably even before, maybe you even following the channel. It was ages ago. Back up in Manchester. I can't remember what it was now, but it was an expensive one.
Yeah,
for me anyway, it's probably the most expensive comic I ever sold.
Yeah, I got that job lot off you for one of the auctions you did, didn't you? And I've got some of them on the wall here, but I made my money back and more on them. But I didn't bother grading them. I just took loads of pictures and just sold them off, and people were snapping them up. And the last couple went at the boot sale the other week.
I think if it's like less than a £10 comic, it's probably not worth giving it a grade. Just say it's very good or something, and see pictures and take pictures of every corner, front and back. And if you can do that, then I don't think. But I think if someone wants to pay more than a tenner, they might want to know what condition it's in.
But it's mad because I've got some really old Conan comics that were in that job lot, and I thought, they'll be worth something. They're not. They're only worth about 50p a pound. So if you're looking at selling them, and I just can't get the head around someone's valuation on them.
It's a funny series, Conan is, because they didn't introduce many characters. So the basically the best stories or characters or books, should we say, are the ones where there was lots of new characters and created and introduced every month. And they're the stories and the ones that go on and gain a following, but it's the same person every week fighting a tiger, then a dragon, and then that person the next week.
And the other thing that annoyed me about that bloody bundle I got off you, Chris, is that there was a 6-series comic of Hellboy, and I got comic 2, 3, and 4. So it was just like, you sent me half the series. Where's the other half?
It's probably why it was in the bundle. It was in the bundle because I was missing one.
In another bundle somewhere.
Steve, if it's Dark Horse Hellboy, I've got loads of doubles up on them. Let me know what you're after.
Yeah, will do. I'll dig them out and find out which ones do it.
I love the Hellboy comics. The art on them's wicked.
Right, I think we're going to call it a day, guys.
Not yet, Chris. I've done enough beers.
He's going back to his cross-dressing before.
Oh, come on. Right. Yeah, we'll call it a day. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. And Oliver Ian as well, who came on before as well. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. John, you got much coming up on your channel before we finish today?
No.
There you go.
Well, the next one will be onion seller at the boot, I think.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
Yeah, so I've got on our channel this week, there's 10 sales in under 10 minutes tomorrow coming out. And we've got movie chats Thursday where Ali is going to be in the hot seat. Her chosen subject is Jaws and Jaws 2.
Cool.
So that's random. That would be good. We've got some great questions for that. That should be fun. And then there'll be a boot sale video at the weekend, irrespective of the weather, because it's already recorded. So that's it for our channel. And thanks to all the chat as well for joining in and being so interactive as always. That's it, really.
Nice one, guys.
So we'll see you all again soon.
See you later.
Catch you on Thursday.
Cheers, Chris. See you guys.
See you all. Cheers. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. See ya.
Ta-da.